So if you haven't already figured it out from the multiple videos posted on my channel, I love trading card games. From the incredible art to the interesting mechanics to the insane lore, TCGs have such a special place in my heart. That's why when the game Elestrals reached out to me, I was so excited to get familiar with yet another TCG. Elestrals is a unique game that works with resources known as spirits to help power up special cards known as runes, zones, and Elestrals themselves. They offer a wide variety of different cards so different casters can find playstyles that work for them. I highly recommend you guys check out their How to Play YouTube video so that you can also get familiar with this exciting new game. They were even kind enough to send me a creator box so that I could start my own Elestrals collection, which of course I wanted to turn into an unboxing video. So enjoy my first time reaction to opening up the Elestrals trading card game.
Hello! Today, we are going to be doing a very fun stream. Ooh, first Taga hand cam. This is fascinating. This is very fascinating. So, what we are going to be doing today is opening up a care package from the TCG Elestrals. They were very kind enough to reach out and send me a creator package, and I decided I would be showing off this in this type of video. I'm very I don't know what I'm doing. We're kind of just like freeing it right now, so we're just going straight into it. Be sure to check out Elestrals. Be sure to check out the TCG. It's very fun. I'll be trying to understand it more as time goes on, but I'm very thankful that they were able to send me this in the first place. So, without any further ado, this package is huge. Like, look at this. Like, this is a chunky boy. This is a chunky boy right here. We're gonna just be like opening this bad boy up and seeing what the contents are in it. Oh my god. Holy crap. This thing is huge. Whoa. Jeez. Look at this. Okay, so this kind of like a little showcase Elestrals Divine Champion Firestorm. It's very cool. This is the creator box that they sent me, and boy howdy is this huge. Let's get into it, like, honestly. Okay, woo! Oh my god, this packaging is beautiful. This packaging is like truly beautiful. Here it is. Welcome to Elestrals. Thank you for exploring what Elestrals has to offer. They got a Discord. You can participate in weekly casual events and a bunch of online tools. And then they do have an online version called Elestrals Clash. Of course, we got all our different card types here. So we have our spirit cards, our actual Elestrals themselves, and the runes. So, starting off with some amazing, okay, this is it. This is what everybody came for, the bubble wrap. Look at this bubble wrap. I should add like some kind of like MLG edit over the bubble wrap or something. Okay, first off, oh my god, look at him! Look at this little guy! He's trapped in a forever prison, but we will open him very soon. Oh my god, he's so cute! He's so cute! Hang on, I gotta open it up on the thing. I can't do shit. There we go, cool. First try. First try. Look at this little guy! Oh my god! Does it say what his name is? Zapdor. Okay, this little guy's name is Zapdor. He's a cute little bean. Look at him. He's so ferocious and cute. I love him. I will be now accepting names for what we should name this little guy, this little Zapdor guy. Okay, so we've got ourselves a couple different options here. We've got the actual like booster box itself. Looks like we got a couple like packs as it is. Ooh, a couple like little booster packs here. And then this is, two starter decks as well. So let me get rid of this box. It's still a cool box. I'm keeping this box. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm opening up the package right now. All the cards themselves are designated into different types. So we have spirits, Elestrals, and runes. So this is the Elestral carry-off. You can shuffle an Elestral in your underworld into your deck. When this carry-off is sent to the underworld with Hermes effect, you can target an Elestral and expand spirits equal to the number of its enchanting spirits destroyed. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. So this is an actual rune. See, these are like support item cards. So as you can see, you can target an Elestral if its effects is on the chain, negate it until the next turn that Elestral is suppressed, and it cannot receive enchantments, attacks, nexus, or ascend. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. Much like Medusa herself being able to trap your opponent. So we got 2 copies of that. We have Sharon's Obol. Until the next turn, when an Elestral is destroyed in battle, you can draw a card. Ooh! Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So I wonder if there are like multiple Elestrals that get destroyed, you can draw multiple cards then and stuff. That's pretty cool. Rise of the Ashes. Target an Elestral in your underworld and special cast it in attack position. Ooh, very nice. So, you know, kind of your common just like, you know, revive from the Arise. Insert solo leveling edit here. Ambrosia, very nice. Return up to 3 spirits from your underworld to your spirit deck. So that's another thing too, is that in the TCG itself, you'll have your underworld, which is where all your discarded cards go, and your spirit deck. Think of it kind of like an extra deck from Yu-Gi-Oh, where it stores all of your spirits, and spirits allow you to power up a lot of things, kind of like energies in Pokemon. So with this, you can return up to 3 spirits from the underworld to your spirit deck. So that's really good. Dense Fog, suppress each Elestral that is not enchanted until the next turn. This is really cool. So meaning you can effectively just stop like any kind of play with a very specific of anybody who is not specifically enchanted. I'm gonna sound so incompetent here because I think this is the lunar. So anybody that's not lunar enchanted, I'm pretty sure, because that was where's my lunar spirit? Okay. So Dense Fog, any Elestral that's not lunar enchanted, they get suppressed and stuff like that. So that is really freaking cool. We have Earthquake, target and destroy an Elestral. That is really cool. So with 2, and I believe those are So those are Earth Spirit. If you add 2 Earth Spirits to this card, you can effectively just destroy 1 Elestral on the field, and then you can just go straight attacking into them. That is really freaking cool. Tornado, target an opponent's rune and return it to their hand. Nice. I assume there's like effects, like obviously if you were to target a rune, then they lose whatever like power that rune gets them. Very, very nice. Ooh, now we start getting into like really cool, like interesting cards and stuff like that. Hermes Trickery. This Hermes Trickery can only be played if Hermes is enchanted. Destroy an Elestral on your field. If you do, special cast another Elestral from your underworld using only spirits that were enchanting the destroyed Elestral. That's really cool. So in a way, you could use this to like maybe get rid of like a weaker Elestral in order to summon like a stronger one that's like in your graveyard or something like that. My hand is really freaking close. I'm sorry. Teleria of Hermes. I'm starting to see the theme of the deck that's happening here. The empowered Elestral gets +2 defense. When the empowered Elestral is destroyed in battle, you can draw 2 cards. And if Hermes is enchanted, you can search your deck for a Teleria of Hermes or a Caduceus of what?
Caduceus.
Caduceus? I think that's what it says, the bottom word here. I can't read. We VTubers can't read. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, here we go. It's this right here. I'm gonna call this the Staff of Hermes because I don't know what that word is and I'm illiterate. I'm not really, but I just don't know how to read. When the empowered Elestral is destroyed in battle, you can target another spirit Elestral in your underworld and special cast it. That is really freaking cool. That is a good thing to add on to it. Okay, now we're gonna start getting into the Elestrals themselves. So this is the actual like beings that you can like do damage with. So we have Spectress. This Spectress gets +1 attack for each suppressed Elestral on the field. When this Spectress enters battle with an Elestral, you can suppress that Elestral until the next turn. Wow. So its ability already kicks in. Its ability already kicks in and suppresses an Elestral, but you can do, where is that card? Yeah, and if you combine that with Dense Fog, like, so this is a solid combo right there to do massive damage with Spectress. That is really freaking cool. And with +4 attack, you're already going in strong. Okay, Aardvark. I actually really like this design. Nice little Aardvark design. We gotta get more Aardvark's representation in TCG. When you cast this Aardvark, you can search your deck for a bug, I'm gonna just say insect card, and add it to your hand. You can just target and destroy an insect Elestral. If you do, you may special ascend this Ardvarum to Antitra. Oh, from your hand to your deck. Okay. So this can go from Ardvarum to Antitum. So that's like the evolution aspect. Do we have Antitum in here? Here we go. Ardbud. You can disenchant spirits from your insect cards in order to special ascend this Ardbud to Ardvarum. Okay, from your deck. Nice. Okay. When this Ardbum receives one or more spirits, you can search your deck for one spirit insect Elestral and add it to your hand. So 2 Ardbum, and then Ardbum can special ascend up into the Ardvarum and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Okay, and then now we have Exaltair. This Exaltair cannot be destroyed in battle the turn you special cast it from the underworld. When you while your Hermes is enchanted, this Exaltair. Wow, okay. So if we have an enchanted Hermes, this guy gets a major power boost up to 6 attack from it's already 3. That's crazy. It's a champion of Hermes too. That's a nice title right there. Okay, and then we have a Dracadoodle. Dracadoodle is sent from your underworld. You can special cast this Dracadoodle from your underworld with 2 Wind Spirit. You only play 1 Dracadoodle this way each turn. This Dracadoodle gets +2 attack for each suppress card on the field. Nice. So a lot of like what I'm noticing with this like starter deck is that it works pretty well with like suppressing your opponents and stuff like that, or at least like confusing your opponent to making it like do certain things and stuff like that. And then here's Carrion Champion. Wait, I thought I already had. That's Carrion. Is there 2 Carrion? Oh, okay. This must be like the special Carrion, like the actual champion of Hermes Carrion, because this is like I guess the normal Carrion. We do like a little side-by-side comparison. The one on my left is the normal Carrion, and the one on my right is like the special champion of Hermes one. Okay, not bad. While this Carrion is sent from your deck to the underworld with your Hermes effect, you can special cast it from your underworld using Wind Spirit from either your spirit deck or your underworld. Nice. So you can immediately enchant it from basically anywhere on your deck and stuff. So this is the first starter deck that that's actually really freaking cool. I really like the whole suppression aspect that comes with it and being able to do like massive damage. This is probably one that I'll like try to play with and try to learn with more. Okay, so starter deck number 1. It's got like a nice Hermes aspect to it, and you know, I love me my little messenger god and stuff, so I'll take that. All right. Next up, ooh, this is also something I needed to look into too, because I can't apparently do anything. Okay, yeah, so this I was right. This is a nice little whatever the frick this thing is called. Yeah, okay, nice. So it tells you all the keywords. The playmat. That is what I've been trying to say. It's fine. I don't do words. Words are hard. This is the playmat. It tells you all the specific spirits that are in. Tells you the keywords to look for, the rune types that are there, because each of those runes that I was showing earlier does have specific types. It looks like you can have up to 4. Not even. You can have up to 4 Elestrals on the field. And then 4 runes, and then your spirit deck goes here, your stadium goes here, underworld is right there, and then your main deck of 40 cards is right there. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. He's so cute. All right, next up, we're gonna open up the second starter deck. Ooh, it's kind of cool. What is this? Volt Tempest. I love that name. It's a champion of Zeus. Ooh, okay. Volt Tempest. Oh my god, 14 attack. Look at that. 14 attack. When your champion of Zeus is destroyed in battle, you can special cast this Volt Tempest from your hand with 2 lightning energies and 1 wind energy if your Zeus is enchanted and you control no Elestrals. Okay. So so Zeus is enchanted, no other guys on the field, you can instantly special cast this guy. And then I'm pretty sure all the spirits that you need come from the actual spirit deck itself. That is really cool. So yeah, got some wind spirits, water spirits, lightning spirits, all really cool. A lot of lightning spirits, but that makes sense because this is a Zeus-based deck. So we've got like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like 14 wind spirits. Let's go. Poison tipped arrow. So this symbol typically means that you can use, if I'm correct, yeah, this symbol here, it means that it can take any spirit, or it can take any spirit. I was right. This symbol here, if I can bring it into view, the symbol to the left and right of the actual spirit cost this is a counter rune, so it can be played a turn after set. So I can set this on like my first turn, and then come my second turn, I can like use it again. So next up we have Pandora's Box, which is another counter rune. In order, what is it? This Pandora's Box can only be played when an opponent activates an effect that searches for or casts a card from their deck. Negate that effect, and your opponent must send the top 2 cards from their deck to the underworld. That is really cool. Open up Pandora's Box and you're gonna get screwed. That's how it goes. Tsunami. Change all Elestrals to defense position unless they are water enchanted. Oh, very nice. That's a pretty good way to mess up your opponent if they have like lower defense, and then be able to do massive damage. Because in the actual attack of Elestrals, if your attack number is higher than your opponent's defense number, you win that battle. Let's see, Race to the Top. The Race to the Top can only be played if Mountain Olympus is enchanted. Target 2 Elestrals and destroy the Elestral with the least defense. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so you enchant Mount Olympus and you get this card going. You can effectively choose like your card and your opponent's card, and then just have that get destroyed. That is a really cool card. That could be played really well. And speak of the devil itself, Mount Olympus. Elestrals get +1 attack and +1 defense for each lightning energy enchanting them. Okay, so that's actually really freaking cool. Really freaking cool card. So definitely one that I kind of want to try out. Zeus's Call. The Zeus's Call can only be played if Zeus is enchanted. Search your deck for a champion of Zeus and add it to your hand. Nice. Okay, good finding a Celestial card. And then of course you can't have Zeus without talking about Thunderbolt, and we have it right here. Thunderbolt of Zeus. If Zeus is enchanted, the opponent must expend 2. Oh wow. So okay, got it. So they have to get rid of like up to 2 spirits. That's insane. Okay, and here the guy is the king of the gods. When you cast the Zeus, you can enchant up to 3 lightning energies. You can disenchant a lightning energy. I'm so sorry. you can enchant up to 3 thunder spirits to it. You can disenchant a thunder spirit from the Zeus in order to target an opponent Elestral and give it -3 attack and -3 defense in the next turn. Wow. Okay, so play that right, and you can effectively negate your opponent's attack strategy there. Ooh, I love this. This is so. Look at this guy, Galaxair. You can target an Elestral and swap its attack and its defense until the next turn. Wow. Okay. So once you get enchanted, you can activate that ability. That's really freaking cool. All right, we got 2 copies of those, and then what we have here is Titanus Strike. When a player casts Thunderstorm, you can expand Thunderbolt Spirit in order to target and destroy an Elestral. Nice. Ooh, Astro Rabbit. I saw this in like one of the promo videos I saw. When this Astro Rabbit receives 1 or more lightning, you can look up the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 of them to your hand, and then shuffle the rest into your deck. Nice. And then we have Jolton. When you normal cast this Jolton, you can search your deck for a Stadium rune and add it to your hand. Nice. So you can use Jolton to be able to find Mountain Olympus real quick and get that sort of gameplay going. That's really freaking cool. Ooh, this is cool. Magnetos. You can Nexus up to 2 Thunder Spirits, so you can move them anywhere onto the field. When you do, you can foretell cards equal to the number of Thunderbolt enchanted cards on your field and add up to 1 Thunder Invoke rune. I'm sorry, you didn't even see that. Foretold this way up to your hand. Very cool. Very cool. And then, oh, here we go. So this is the Zeus, the champion of Zeus's Titanus Strike. When you cast this Titanus Strike, you can search your deck for a Thunderstorm and add it to your hand. Not, the Thunderstorm that like destroys. Hang on. So if you enchant Or when you cast this Titan Strike, you can search for, where is it? I literally just had it. Thunderstorm, and then you can destroy a rune on the field, which is really cool. And then this is the Champion of Zeus Griffuse. This Griffuse in your hand can be special ascend from your Champion of Zeus, but it cannot be played misenchanted this way. When you cast this Griffuse, you can give all, oh my god, I keep holding it wrong. Give all your opponents Elestrals -3 attack until the next turn. So if you play this right, you can weaken your opponent very well. Nice. And then the Champion of Zeus Elechick. When this Elechick declares an attack, you can give it +1 attack for each lightning enchanting each Zeus on the field until the next turn. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Champion of Zeus starter deck as well. This is also very freaking cool. So between the Hermes and the Zeus, I think both are seem like really fun decks to play. So like I said, you have Hermes right here, you have Zeus right here. Both of them seem like really fun decks to play, and I feel like I'm going to be very interested in how those would work in actual gameplay. So starting out strong with the two Elestral decks. We're gonna start opening up a couple of these booster packs here. So first up, like I said, these are all the Divine Champion Firestorm booster packs, so we'll just start kind of opening those up. So let's get on with opening up a bunch of these packs and everything. This should be kind of interesting seeing just what these different packs involve and stuff like that. Oh god, I forget how people do it and stuff like that. I think actually you're supposed to just honestly go like this, I'm pretty sure, or whatever. So let's see, we have Sluggle, which is a Champion of Poseidon. Let's go. When this Sluggle receives one or more water spirits with the Poseidon effect, you can special ascend this Sluggle to Glauby from your hand or deck. Nice. We got a Harpy. Your Elestrals cannot be attacked except for this Harpy. When this Harpy is destroyed by battle, you can draw 2 cards if you have a Divine Rune on your field. Very nice. This is actually a very good card. And then we have an Elechick with the Champion of Zeus, as we saw before. Caduceus of Hermes, the Staff of Hermes as I'm calling it. Sirocco of Notice. Until the next turn, players must also expend 2 spirits in order to declare an attack with an Elestral that is not water or wind or fire enchanted. That's really cool. Ooh, we got a Champion of Apollo here. A Soulstox. When you cast this Soulstox, you can search your deck for a Soul Bell and put it on top of your deck. You can expend Solar. Yeah, you can expend Solar in order to return a Divine Rune to the owner's hand. Nice. We got a Frost Spirit. This is really cool. And back to here. Okay, very nice. Very good selection of cards right off the bat. Okay, so next up we have... Ooh, okay. So this is an Escape from Tartarus card. This is really cool. Spark It. When you normal cast this Spark It, you can look up to 2 random cards from your opponent's hand and discard one of them. You can Nexus up to 2 lightning or 2 Thunderbolt spirits. Very cool. Sorlet. When this Sorlet destroys an Elestral in battle, you can search your deck for an Aeolus or a Champion of Aeolus and add it to your hand. This is really cool. Same with Cockadoodle, which is the Champion of Hermes. When this Cockadoodle is sent from your field or deck to your underworld, you can suppress a card on the field until the next turn. All right, Monsoon of Eurus. Enchant up to 2 spirits in any combination of wind or water to your field. Suppress each face-up card that is not wind or water enchanted until the next card. Okay, this will go pretty cool with the Poseidon cards I just got. We got the Mistral Boreas. The Mistral Boreas can only be played when an opponent plays an artifact or divine rune. Put that rune in their rune row face down. It can't be played again this turn. Nice. That's a good way to mess up somebody's rune sequencing. We have the Lyre of Apollo, and this is an artifact. Yeah, this is an artifact rune which can be played during the main phase and empowers an Elestral, which is really cool. Attack and defense are swapped. All your Champion Apollo get +2. Oh, nice! And then they get a +2 anyways. So if your Champion Apollo has higher defense, this is a good card there. And we have a Champion of Artemis. Let's go. We have Pandolence. When one or more Elestral becomes suppressed, or when a player plays an Elestral suppressed, an opponent must expend a spirit. Okay. Then we have a Solar Spirit Luminate. Oh, this is such a cute little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. And then the Escape from Tartarus. So nice. So we've not only got like an Escape from Tartarus series, but we also got like a cool like Champion of Artemis. The lunar decks seem to be really cool, and I feel like that's what I'm going to be trying out at some point. So we have Elechick. When you normal cast this Elechick, you can search your deck for Divine Rune and add to your hand. Very nice, very powerful. Foamy. When this Foamy is destroyed in battle, you can special cast a 1-Spirit Water Elestral from your deck in defense position. Very cool. Ooh, Leo Bright. Very cool design. I love this design right here. You may special ascend this Leo Bright to a Celestial foretold this way. Okay, wow. I gotta refamiliarize myself with what foretell is, but other than that, I mean, the design-wise of this is incredible in general, and 7 attack. That is really cool. Okay, so we got we've got an Invoke Rune here, and the Invoke Rune, if I remember correctly, can be played during the main phase and stuff like that. So we can use it to destroy all face down runes, which is nice. Cryoblast, another Invoke Rune. Target an Elestral that is not Frost Enchanted until the end phase. Give it -2 defense. When that Elestral has 0 defense, you must destroy it. That is really cool. Cryoblast seems very, very powerful. And then we've got Stratomoth. This Stratomoth gets +1 attack for each Nimbug and Siracoon on your field and in the underworld. You can expend Wind Spirit in order to return each of your opponent's runes to your hand. Okay, very cool. So by expending those, you can just move your opponent's runes. Very nice. Okay. Okay, next up, Poison Tipped Arrow. I had this one before. So this is a counter trap, and the artwork is really fucking cool. This Poison Tipped Arrow can only be played when an opponent casts an Electral. Target it and give it -2 attack until the next turn. During this turn and phase, you can expend spirits equal to its enchantment cost in order to destroy it. Wow. Yeah, if you play this right, and if you want to get really crazy, you can fully destroy somebody's Elestral as soon as they play it. That's awesome. We've got ourselves Nemastar here, and you can Nexus up to 2 Lunar Spirits. An Elestral that receives Lunar Spirit this way can attack opponent's Spirit deck directly this turn. And that's the other thing too about this card, is that if your opponent's Spirit deck goes to 0, they lose the match there. And then we got ourselves a Champion of Hestia, Torchin. When you cast this Torchin, you can search your deck for a Hestia or a Torch of Hestia and add it to your hand, and then you can Nexus a Fire Spirit. Honestly, yeah, these Fire Spirits are actually really freaking cool. So shout out to them there. Thank you, Elestrals, for just sending me all these cards in general. This is really cool. I've been really loving a lot of the artwork of the cards and just like what a lot of them are. What I'm probably going to do is just go through like a little time-lapse thing of this section, where I just open up these packs and just kind of spread them out along here. And that'll probably most likely, and I'll just like show off the cards that I think are really interesting and stuff like that. Got an Earth's Coat. Yeah, target a face-down rune. It cannot be played as long as Earth's Coat is enchanted. This effect can be activated 1 additional time. Also disenchant from your Keone. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Champion of Demeter. Oh, Demeter. This is cool. The Verdalith can be normal cast with, what is it? Earth Spirits. If your Demeter is enchanted, you can target this Verdalith, special cast 1 Spirit. Earth Elestral from your hand. This effect can be activated only 1 each turn. Got it. Bunnix. Frost Spirit here. You can expend Frost Spirit in order to search your deck for up to 2 Nyxmera, then send 1 to your underworld and add the other to your hand. That's really cool. We have Chrysor, which is pretty cool. Which is Champion of Aeolus. This Chrysor in your hand can special ascend from your Sorlet with Wind Spirit during your battle phase, and if that Sorlet is destroyed an Elestral, if the Sorlet destroys an Elestral in battle, we can special ascend it into a Chrysor. That's pretty cool. Ooh, a Werepup. Okay, now we're getting to some cool cards here, which is Champion of Artemis. You can special ascend Werepup to Like a Void from your hand or deck. Your opponent has at least 2 suppressed card. When this Werepup is destroyed in battle, you can suppress a card on your opponent's field until the next turn. Very cool. We have a Panzer. When you cast this Panzer, you can enchant a number of Earth Spirits as Panzer up to the number of Elestral on your opponent's field. When this Panzer is destroyed in battle, you can draw a card for each. Wow, this Panzer is actually really good. Because if your opponent has more Elestrals on the field, you can enchant this multiple times, and you can draw a card for each enchanted spirit on it. So that's really cool. Ooh, Arcane Lair. Okay. When a player casts Warmite, Frostmite, Kitemite, Flarechine, Polarchine, or Parachne, I think I'm saying these cards wrong. That player must draw a card. Okay. Okay, and this is a stadium. So if you play any of these cards in here, this is a really cool stadium. And if you enchant this right and you play like to the Warmite, Frost, I'm sure we have like Kitemite around here somewhere. Then you can like start like really building up your hand and stuff. Whoa! Whoa! We got it. Hang on. Champion of Hestia, Torchic, Waspire. Okay, this is cool. This is a Champion of Aelix Galaxy. Oh, when you add this Galaxy to your hand with your Aelix effect, you can special cast it with a Wind Spirit. This is a freaking awesome full art card. Look at that. Look at it in all its beauty and all its glory. That is a fucking amazing pull. I'm putting that to the side here. Gets +1 artifact rune. Okay, cool. The Staff of Hermes. Hey, there we go. We pulled our Poseidon card. That's what we wanted. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, let's go, baby. When you cast this Poseidon, you can enchant up to 3 water spirits to it. You can Nexus a water spirit from this Poseidon. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, Terrastar. That's what it is. Okay. Back to the pretty cool, like, lunar cards. You can Nexus up to 3 lunar spirits. When a player nexuses, an opponent must expend spirits for each spirit that the card received that Nexus. Okay. So essentially, if you Nexus up, like, 3 lunar spirits and move it to 3 different, whether it be, like, runes, Elestrals, stadiums or artifacts, you can effectively have your opponent expend that same amount, which is really cool. Like Void. Ooh, Exaltus. Look at him. Okay. Champion of Apollo. When a Elestral on your field is destroyed in battle, you can special cast this Exaltus from your hand with a Solar Spirit. This Exaltus gets +3 attack if you foretold this turn. Very cool. Shivaror, Like a Void, Nexamera. Ooh, Risen Form. Hold up. This is new. A Risen Form. You can expend Solar Spirits in order to target and destroy a face-down rune. During your end phase, you must either send this Nexamera to the underworld or special send it to Nexamera Fallen Form from your hand deck. That is... Okay, so we're actually getting into like different forms and stuff like that. That is really cool. I think I might end up playing with both these cards because this is absolutely insane that we pulled both Nexamera in the same pull. So absolutely nuts, absolutely nuts. So these are the 3 like special cards that like, hang on. These are my favorite cards so far from like the whole pull and stuff like that. Am I super happy that we got Poseidon and stuff? Absolutely. But like these are like just some really awesome cards that I hope I get to use in the future. And yeah, that is going to do it for this Elestrals box. Let me get the box open here. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oh no! My guy! He fell. There we go. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for witnessing my first ever pack opening and stuff like that. I'm sorry, very scuffed. This is my first time ever doing something like this, but I hope you enjoyed, and I hope, if nothing else, this will get you interested in checking out the Elestrals TCG. Thank you so much.